Hey you guys, thanks so much for tuning in today. I'm going to be going over all things related to the Reno area. I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. And there's nobody ugly around here, is there? So stay with me. I'm going to give it to you straight. So make sure that you're paying attention. You're going to want to watch this if you're thinking about moving to our area. I'm going to start out with the good because we like to keep it positive around here. So make sure you stay till the end so that you can hear some of the more negative things about our area, all right? Let's dive right in. Obviously, Reno is next door neighbors with Lake Tahoe, which makes it an ideal choice if you are an outdoor enthusiast of any kind. We have all kinds of outdoor recreation activities all year round. We've got skiing and snow sports in the winter, and then obviously there's a beautiful lake surrounded by mountains for summertime water fun and hiking and mountain biking and all of that. If you're into camping, this is also an ideal choice for a place to live. Lucy's gonna take a little break now. She's a union worker, so we have to give her time off. Okay, Reno's also home to a thriving arts and culture scene. There is so much to be said about all of the amazing entertainment, arts, and festivals and all the things that make Reno what it is. It's an ideal choice if you are someone who's into art, music, performing arts, any of it. It's all here. We're the last stop before Burning Man, if that's your jam. We have all kinds of amazing creative people here, and it shows, believe me. Reno's also an ideal choice to relocate to if you are a foodie. We are home to all kinds of creative and eclectic cuisine. We have tons of craft distilleries, breweries, and the like. So if you're into going out and having some fancy food, if that's what you do for fun, you're gonna want to check out all of the places that we have here for food and drink. All right, so we went over the good. Now we're gonna talk about the bad, but make sure you keep watching for the ugly because you don't want to miss that. Okay, so relative to other major cities like San Francisco, New York, LA, the cost of living in Reno is still less expensive. However, when you compare Reno to other cities of similar size and demographics, we actually are not looking so affordable anymore. Reno has a pretty high cost of living. A lot of this does have to do with the cost of housing. Now, if you have a good agent on your side, you can still find some amazing deals, but overall, it's pretty expensive to afford housing here. And in addition to that, cost of groceries, utilities, and healthcare are all relatively high in the state of Nevada. Of course, you're not going to be paying any state income tax, so there may be a bit of a counterbalance there, but you're going to want to just really evaluate the cost of living here. And I did make a video about what it actually costs to live here with a breakdown of all those numbers. You guys can check that out on my channel, so make sure that you watch that video after this one. If I remember, I'll put it in the cards up above, but I don't always remember, so I'll leave that to you. All right, another thing I have to touch on, which is kind of crazy, is traffic. We never had traffic here until recently. Literally, when I moved here, it was 20 minutes end to end, the whole city, any part of the city, including Sparks, and it didn't matter what time of day. Now, that is still true for majority of the day, but if you do jump on the highway at, peak traffic times, rush hour times, you may be sitting in traffic for 45 minutes, which I know to people living in big cities that seems like nothing, but to us who have been here and have seen it kind of happen overnight, it feels like a long time. They're also always doing road work on what we call the Spaghetti Bowl. This is the intersection between Highway 80, which runs east and west, and Highway 395, which runs north to south. Those two highways cross right in the middle of our community, and so there's already a lot of traffic and congestion there, and then when you add in all the road work they're constantly doing there, it just sometimes can feel like you just get to the middle and you just get stuck. So you're gonna wanna plan ahead. It might behoove you, if you are gonna move here, to think about finding some alternative routes that are not highway centric, but overall, comparable to other large cities, it's not that bad. Now I'm going to talk about the ugly because you've been so patient and you've stayed with me this whole time, so I really appreciate that. So the first thing that we're going to touch on is crime. Now, Reno is actually a relatively safe city. I did make a video about the safety ratings of Reno, in which I did a deep dive with all the data and actual statistics. That being said, there are still some areas in Reno that are transitional, that are still kind of experiencing a higher crime rate than others. Particularly, our downtown is one of them. I feel like this is about to change, however, because there are a lot of amazing things that are in the works for the development of that area. But overall, you're going to want to be aware of that if you're thinking about moving here. Another thing that you will find if you move to our area is we have overall an issue with unhoused individuals. The unhoused population in Reno is on the rise and it has drastically increased in the last few years. This can be really difficult to see. The city is working on initiatives to kind of get this under control and get the right resources to these people, but overall it remains a challenge for a lot of residents here. If you have any questions about what it might be like to relocate here or live here, I would love to help you out. I actually work with a lot of remote buyers who buy sight unseen, and we use technology. We're able to video chat, we can FaceTime, we can WhatsApp, I can make videos in high res and send them to you of tours of properties. There are a lot of ways that people are utilizing technology now to buy homes sight unseen, to prepare for their move, to check out communities, and that is something that I'm super passionate about. If you guys don't know this about me, I actually relocated here from the East Coast, so it's something that I am skilled and versed in. And if you have any other questions about what it might be like to live here or move here, or any questions in general about the buying or selling process, I would love to be a resource for you. I am a real estate agent in the Reno Sparks market. You can book a free call with me. There's a link in the description box below. It's no obligation, totally free, just an opportunity for us to connect and see if we might be a good fit to work together. I will help you devise your next and best steps and make sure that all your questions get answered. And if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it if you would hit that like and that subscribe button down below. It helps me out, and that way you won't miss any of my upcoming content. I put out videos every single week about the Reno Sparks market, the Northern Nevada lifestyle, and all things related to buying and selling real estate. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.